Jonah's not here again. I think he quit the podcast after I made some dumb joke or something. But we have some fun segments for you to re-listen to in the meantime. I'm overseas right now. Past Josh has recorded this, so please enjoy. Oh, we're going.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hello, friends, and hello, foes, and welcome to the Comedianons. It's a podcast we tried to start, and honestly, it proves the fact that not everyone should have a podcast. My name is Josh, and not joined with me today is Jono. He's not here today. Don't worry about him. You'll see him later. He's somewhere else, okay? So don't worry about it. It's a best of episode. We've asked our good friend King Mike to give us some segments of his, as well as some segments we two have given for each other. So we've got a whole heap coming. We got some pasta ranking. We've got some wild stories from the village people. We've got our intros for each other that we wrote for each other. They're coming up right after this. And something else which is going to be amazing. So I think that means we're going to get going. And this is fantastic. So please enjoy. Okay, this is going too long. Jesus Christ, this intro goes for so long. How do you turn this thing off? Oh, I found it. Okay, see ya. Oh man, I'm so excited.
I'm excited. We've prepared a little something we have
for this little middly area.
The Biffin, the web Biffin. He's working on the site, tiring away, right, cranking the handle, and we got a task set for us. He did. He sent us a letter.
He said we have an about page that goes to nothing.
That's right.
Because no, we don't. I don't have any things about you.
And we said that's a shame.
That's a shame.
I hate that.
We do.
And he said.
And I said...
He said? Oh, you said?
I said...
Yep.
Just me.
Yep.
Me, Josh.
Separate
to the web Biffin.
Yep.
Same Biffin as before, but we're just putting web in front of it.
Yeah, it's the web Biffin. Yep.
But we're now calling web Biffin right.
Get on with it. Yep.
Yeah. well, we thought... we know each other so well.
We do.
That we can write each other's about sections.
And it's just easier because when you're writing something about yourself, you don't want to brag and talk about how you're the most outstanding geographer award and all that stuff.
All of that.
So we've written just like a little summary, of each other to put on the website. Please. And then the rest of the team, they're going to write their own things.
100%.
So you're going to go on to comedianons.com. And you're going to be able to go to about and read about all the team because it can be confusing. So just read about
while you're there, even record a message for us,
and even write one as well.
Write one,
yeah. And it comes to our email, and we'll play it out.
Fantastic.
So this will be Josh, and this will be the first one up there.
Yeah, because it goes Josh and Jono.
Yeah.
Okay, please.
So I've started with like a little about your life growing up and as a child, and then your professional life. Okay,
cool.
After being born into the small countryside town of Plimpton in 1723, it quickly became apparent that Joshua was going to be one of the most influential men in history. Despite attending the free local school in Plimpton town, Joshua defied the odds and turned into a fine, upstanding member of society. Perhaps no surprise that he would later be knighted by George III in 1769. Joshua always showed a strong passion for art, even in the early days, and would frequently work long hours in his studio without ever taking a holiday. His art was largely inspired by good friend and mentor, Jonathan. It is this hard work and dedication that makes it no surprise that Joshua is known as the most influential portrait painting of the 18th century, adopting the idea of embracing imperfections that is still seen in portraits today. That Joshua is Joshua Reynolds, who died in 1792. Joshua, from Comedianons with Josh and Jono, was born one day and has just kind of existed up until this point. Professionally, Joshua claims to work in information technology, but given the fact that he used a phone case that opens like a book for most of his youth, a design very popular with the older generation, this seems unlikely. It is assumed, it is assumed by most that he was the rat in Ratatouille and has since been coasting off his earnings. For the podcast, Josh turns up, does a few gags, and gets the job done.
Lovely. I think I haven't heard anything wrong with
Yeah,
that.
that's perfectly
Fantastic.
accurate description
Yeah.
of Josh.
Of Josh.
Yeah.
Not Josh Reynolds.
Not Joshua Reynolds. Not
Different
a
person,
different guy.
different guy.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay, this is for this is Jono. This will go below Josh.
Can I be next to you?
Oh, we might be able to do that.
I want to
We'll talk to the Biffin.
like Josh and Jono at the top,
And then below
like
it,
we're the directors of the company, and then it goes into like the org chart
we
below.
might be able to get that sorted.
I know how to do it.
We
Yep,
could see.
Yep.
Okay, this is it.
I'm gonna shit myself. I'm so nervous. All right. Yeah.
Jonathan McDonald Octavius,
Yep.
also known as Jay Stizzle, Jay Sizzle, and Worldender, grew up in the verdant hills of South Mauritius, where he spent his days in army bases, as he is the son of an army man. As he grew up, you would often find him leading his varsity lacrosse team and tearing through the streets, knocking over mailboxes with a hockey stick. He and his family made the move to Melbourne in 2007, where John earned himself
It's
the
actually
title.
pretty close.
John earned himself the title of on the streets as the Wolf of Strathmore Heights,
Wow.
a feared man in both his personal and professional life. As a corporate man, Jonathan is most known as the close and lesser-known accomplice of Sam Bankman-Fried in the catastrophic collapse of UFX, Ultimate Frisbee Exchange, built around the game of Ultimate and the ultimate reason behind the crashing of the Ultimate market. As a young businessman, straight out of RMIT, pardon me, straight out of RMIT, he won 30 awards in his outstanding work in trees or some shit.
He did.
Sorry, I'll repeat that. Straight out of RMIT, he won 30 awards in his outstanding work in trees or some shit. He's been accused of cheating from these awards, considering his connection to Silicon Valley, but we ain't touching that. It's still in the courts. In the realm of podcasting, John has interned on the Joe Rogan Experience as a chef and cooked his main meal, the podcast hosts Rogan Joe. He has since been dubbed Bad Boy Stizzle and boxed Chef Jamie Oliver to a hard-fought loss and loss of his left eardrum.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Since then, he has lived a long life of 50 years and has retired to a big green sphere called the Geodome that floats over the suburb of Brunswick, where he takes care of 100 retired greyhounds.
Oh, that's nice. That's very nice. That's like my ideal life situation.
what I
It's like
imagine.
you've done that very well.
Thank you very much.
I think I have a better idea of who me and Joshua Reynolds
I
are
think
as
so.
a person, and no idea about you.
Check out our Instagram.
Give us a like. If you give us a review, it pops up on the bottom of the website.
That's fun.
Yeah. So you
That's
can
fun.
you can see yourself there. So please do that, and we'll see you on the next slide. Welcome to the mid-roll. I literally just seasoned Josh with salt and pepper, and that is not a joke. Did I not
No, that's
put
true.
salt and pepper on you?
You just seasoned me. It was delicious. I looked it up on my
I don't
hand.
even know if that was on film. I just seasoned Josh because I thought it'd be funny. Anyway, it's the mid-roll.
It's the mid-roll, and we have a new person on our team.
We did mention this
Producer
last
Oscar.
episode, but we're redoing
I got
it.
distracted because he was a very cute doggo.
Yeah.
But I've now actually written.
He is a good boy, and genuinely, every time he sees Josh now, he goes, "This fucking guy, man."
I've done some research on him though.
Okay.
And so I've
Very
got
interesting.
some descriptive terms, some writing here that I'd like to just read out.
So this is
about him.
educated introduction.
Educated
of-
introduction about our.
Do you remember
good
his full
producer,
name? Did I tell you his actual
Oscar
last name?
Dog.
Oscar Dog.
Great. Okay. Oscar Good Boy Dog has evaded Interpol for 7 years. In 2016, he was exposed in the Great Bosnian Kibble heist.
He was born in 2021.
No, well, there you go. For which he would narrowly escape the clutches of the authorities. For said crime, he was pegged as the driver. Reports say he had his head out of the window with his tongue out, taunting police chasing after him. In 2018, he revealed himself once again behind the bombing of the Pedigree factory and the subsequent robbery of 30,000 cans of dog food, as well as 10 more robberies in the intervening years.
Wow.
Recent reports have said that considering Oscar's canine stature and dog-like actions, he cannot be behind the above crimes, and said the crimes have been perpetrated by Jono.
Oh, no.
Set comedians with Josh
No,
his owner, because Oscar is a dog. Jono has
no.
released a statement to authorities that he is saying he is innocent for these crimes, that he and Oscar share, quote, 2 brain cells. Currently, there are 300,000 soldiers, 50 tanks, 100 helicopters currently camping outside a large green dome in the sky over Brunswick.
They haven't got in yet.
They haven't got
in. Me and Oscar, dog. I've currently got both of the brain cells. This fucking dog, can you describe what he was doing just
He
before
was trying to lean on the back of the couch like it was an actual couch.
I got a new couch and he was standing on it and he lay on this side of it and then he thought he was lying on the bottom of it.
He wasn't.
So then he tried to fall asleep lying on the side of the couch. Anyway, he's helping us produce the show.
He's helping us produce the show.
So any problems, call Oscar Dog, Mr. Dog.
Check out comedianhouse.com. Send us a voicemail.
Please
We'd
do.
love to do that. Check
Send
us out
a
on Instagram.
voicemail about things that give you the ick, and we'll do a follow-up segment and play things that give you the ick.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Check us out on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. We have reels coming.
We do. We've got lots of reels out there as well. Share them with a friend.
Share them.
Share an episode with a friend.
Yeah, do that.
Do that.
See you on the next slide.
Wow, what an amazing segment. Thanks, Josh and Jono. I hope you enjoyed us introducing us and our good old producer, Oscar. Now, coming up now, Jono has brought a segment that King Mike really wanted us to give some credence to, which is the Rating Me, Rating You of a very specific childhood show. Enjoy. Reviewing me, reviewing you. There is nothing we can't review. Reviewing me, reviewing you. We just have to face it. It's true. Oh, let's review.
That's right, Joshua. This week's episode, I'm going to take you back to probably my favourite childhood TV show that I watched from 4 o'clock to 4:05.
Bing and Bong.
When I point at you, that means play the sound effect.
Bing and Bong, heroes of the universe, adventure every day, from their home in space. Bing and Bong.
That's right, Bing and Bong. Mate, this show, did you watch this show?
Yeah.
It is an absolute fever dream to me, right? I just remember the intro, and I'm like, fuck, I should go back and like watch this show.
This needs to be remixed into a club hit.
It almost is a club hit as it is from like 2003, right? So what I've done, tonight I went and I watched an episode, right?
Okay.
It did not disappoint.
Oh.
Let me tell you this.
Can you
much,
remind
right?
me of like the
premise of the show,
yeah.
There's these two marshmallow looking blokes, right? Called Bing and Bong. Right? Which already not a good name, but it gets far, far worse on the Bong front. Let me tell you that much.
I love me a bit of Bong.
It gets so much worse. So they're like these fluffy white guys.
Yeah.
And do you remember what their vehicle of travel is?
Is it a spaceship?
It's a couch.
couch.
So they have this
Oh,
couch, and the show's called Bing and Bong Tiny Planets.
Tiny
so Bing and
Planets.
Bong, these fluffy marshmallow dudes, they sit on a couch and it teleports them. Actually, no, it's on a rope. They're on a rope, it flings them to like a different planet every episode, and they anchor down, and then they get like a message at the end, and they have to jump back, and they cut the rope, and they fly off back home, and they do a new one next episode.
Wonderful.
So what I realize now, looking back on it, is each planet was like a different lesson in life, or like a different thing.
Yeah.
That didn't click for me, which is probably why I'm a screwed up individual now, because Bing and Bong didn't teach me. Yeah, that's right. So this episode that I watched,
If you can't understand Bing and Bong, where are you at?
well, I understood it this time, just right. Okay, so I told you it got worse on the Bong front. This episode, and I'm not shitting you, I will show you after. This is an actual episode named in like 2002.
Oh no.
It's Raining Bongs. That's literally the name of the
Bongs. Hallelujah.
A kids show called It's Raining Bongs. And it comes up on the thing, Bing and Bong intro, It's Raining Bongs. And let me tell you, this was an informative episode, right? So in the little episode description, it said Bing and Bong learn about the water table. And I'm thinking, wow, this
water table.
This is a little bit of me. So they
Are we talking about like evaporation, etc.?
Yeah, bang on.
Okay.
Yeah, bang. Someone watched Bing and Bong when they were
water
younger.
cycle. We call it water cycle here in Australia, right?
Well, is
it from Australia?
There's actually two different types. There's the water cycle of the precipitation.
I don't want to do this. Moving on.
And then there's the water type.
What can I put on?
Bing and Bong.
So these two marshmallow blokes, they get on the couch and they go to this land, the land of rain, right?
Yeah, rain.
And they touch down, beautiful, right? There's this big lagoon. It's all lagoon with like a little island that they're standing on, and it is just the most incredible thing. And they're just going because they don't talk, which I also didn't remember. So they're just doing that, and then you'll never know what happens.
Yeah.
It starts getting warmer.
You're kidding.
The sun comes out.
The lagoon
gets
dries up?
The lagoon dries up, and they're freaking out. They're going like they can't figure out what the fuck's going
How
on.
long does this go? This show go?
4
for?
minutes and 55 seconds. And they're getting worried, right?
Yeah.
And then they start noticing that there's just all this steam around them, right? Not good. They're thinking not good, but then they realize that the steam turns into a cloud. And can you guess what happens next?
It starts raining again?
It starts raining, and guess what happens to the lagoon?
It fills up.
But then tragedy strikes.
You're kidding.
The lagoon, it's not hot, right? The sun isn't out. The lagoon dries up. And they're thinking, what is happening? Why is the lagoon dried up? So they're like, fuck, we better investigate. So they start walking past like all these like, they kind of look like flamingos. And the flamingos are standing there looking confused, but they're like, which I think means like, don't worry guys, like we're going to help you out. And guess what Bing finds?
What did Bing find?
In the lagoon? A pipe. He found a pipe. The flamingo people were pumping water out of the lagoon. And okay, this is
Wait, this doesn't make sense because why was it filled up before? Would it have?
No, rain. No. There was water. It turned into rain, and
But
then
there's
they
a
used
pipe
the
at the bottom
rain
of the
to refill.
lagoon
Yeah,
now.
that
Was it big enough for them to jump in by the?
well, they
you
used
can?
no. It was way too. Maybe Bong could fit in there, but not Bing.
Bong's a small one.
No, yeah, Bong's a small one, right?
Is Bong like a dog?
I forgot to mention, this is a key part of information. When the steam was going up, he was holding onto a helium balloon and he got lifted up with the steam.
Wait, Bing or Bong?
Bong.
Okay.
And then when it started raining, he fell out of the sky, hence why it's raining bongs. And mate, this all happened in the
Roll
first
credits.
27 seconds. Like, it's crazy.
Can I say one other thing?
Yeah.
For anyone who's having issues trying to visualize who Bing and Bong are,
They're two
I saw a
hairy
picture of what this
marshmallow
is.
looking blokes.
Bing looks like a character from Among Us.
Yeah.
Among Us or,
He's he looks like
what's
White
what's
in
the
Among
other
Us.
one? What's the not
I don't know. That's close
anyway,
enough.
it doesn't matter. Go
And then
ahead.
Bing is like Bong is a smaller version of Bing. Anyway, they find
Yeah,
this
yeah.
pipe, and the water is being pumped out of the pipe. And this is where the science starts to break down, right?
Kidding.
Because they're like, fuck, let's follow the pipe. So they go, and they like follow the pipe along, and they find the flamingo people showering, right?
Yeah.
And the shower water, it goes out of the drain into a tank. And it's just being stored in the tank, and then it goes out of the tank down a drain. So they go, and they come up with an idea, right? And either Bong or Bing, I can't remember because it was a long 4 minutes and 55 seconds. I started not concentrating. They redirect the pipe from the drain into the lagoon,
No
and
way.
everything was happy. But it's old shower water. And it was like green water. And then they had the green water flowing into the lagoon and it just turned back to blue water. So that's not how septic systems work.
I actually do remember when I was a kid, I watched an episode of Magic School Bus, which might be a good target for reviewing you in the future.
Yeah.
They did a whole thing about the water, and they had like a thing, and they all fold through the little septic tank
Yeah.
with all the little levels.
Yeah. But
That woman was crazy. They put those children on the
she's
bus.
crazy. That wouldn't be allowed. She wouldn't have a working with children certificate. But yeah, that was a lovely little trip down memory lane with Bing and
Amazing.
Bong, and I think I'm going to binge watch it tonight.
What are you gonna
All
rate it?
right. So, what are my categories? Give me 3 categories, and I'll rank them.
Sound design.
Sound design, absolutely incredible. Because little did I know in 2006 when I was watching this that the tune would be like a full-on club banger.
Bing and Bong.
So yeah, absolutely incredible sound design. So I'll give that a 25 out of 17.
Amazing. And what are you gonna give lessons learnt?
Lessons learned.
What did you learn from this?
Well, I learned a lot about how the water table works. But I tell you what, it's
Why
not
do you
actually...
keep calling it a table?
That's what it said in the description. It's not actually the water table because the water table is how water is stored underground. But this was the
really
precipitation
interesting
cycle
for a podcast.
So what I learned is that
Maybe that person on TikTok was right. Go ahead, sorry.
my scientific understanding got worse. Because what I learned is that you can pump shower water from flamingo people into the lagoon. So I'm going to give that a 1 out of 12.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, and the final one?
The final one, I'm going to say Bing and Bongness.
Bing and Bong, I'd give that.
The whole vibe of them as a two
All right,
characters.
I'd give that 200 out of 5.
Amazing.
So that equates to like about a 3 out of 5. So very
Should we
successful.
go out with the intro to Bing and
I think
Bong?
we should. I think we should.
Bing and Bong, heroes of the universe, adventure every day, from their home in space. Bing and Bong, Bing and Bong, Bing and Bong.
Slick Rick.
Classic guys. Oh, look at them being all silly. It's Slick Josh with the buttons there. It's me, Josh, from the future now. Thank you so much, Mike, for those suggestions. Those were King Mike's suggestions for what he wanted to hear on the best of episode. I don't know, tell us what episodes or segments you really like. Coming up now, this is my choice of a segment that Jono has brought to the show. This is one of my favourite segments he's ever done in this season. It is the Village People episode, where he tells a couple of very lovely stories about some people who live quite close to him. So please enjoy, and I'll see you in a moment.
Joshua, we've mentioned that my area is it's a bit of a must be nice area.
It is a little.
It's a little bit of a must be nice area.
To steal some words from other podcasts.
Oh, definitely not. I would never plagiarize.
We would
Please see
never.
our footnotes written in Harvard citation at the end. At the end of
Please do.
But it's a nice area, and I've been enjoying the niceness for the last, I don't know, how long's it been? Like
Start of the year, right?
yeah, it was before Christmas.
Just
I
before
moved,
the end
so
of the
probably
end of
about
last year.
3 years or
3 years.
Oh,
yeah.
3 months.
3 years.
Sorry. Time goes by when you're having the time of your life.
Must be very nice.
To set the scene of the demographic of this area, I'm going to give you some comparisons between Brunswick, where we used to live, and here.
Okay.
And you can give descriptors of both.
Sure. Okay.
The first one, I was talking to you about this last night, laneways. So
Laneways.
describe the laneway at the back of our house in Brunswick.
Scary.
Yep.
Overgrown.
Overgrown, yep.
Feel like you're going to get stabbed in.
Yep. And one day there was a ladder lying in the middle, and I thought someone was trying to carjack me, so I just reversed out of there. Yeah, so that was that laneway.
Yeah.
And then, do you remember me telling you about the laneway at the side of my house?
It's very manicured.
It's manicured. It's got bitumen.
Bitumen. It's got bitumen.
There's a speed hump.
There's a speed hump.
And there's lights.
And there's lights. I think that's a good clarification as to where we were and where you are.
And where I am now. And then for the people, describe 3 characteristics of a person in Brunswick.
They carry a tote bag.
Age, vibe, and possible
they're
profession.
Probably about mid-20s.
Yep.
And, they could be doing anything from nothing to very little.
To very little. Probably whacked off their knocker.
100%.
And definitely work in hospitality.
100%, yeah.
And then for Essendon.
Oh, like 60.
Yeah, probably have never
Retired.
work in their life.
And have a lot of dosh.
A lot of dosh. Perfect.
A lot of dosh.
So now that the scene is set, I'm becoming one of them, Joshua. I am becoming a man of the village. I'm becoming one of the village people. Because
which one?
There's I don't know any of them. The guy that does the Y.
Yeah, but how of all the kinds of they all are like different. There's like there's the policeman. There's the
it
doesn't matter. Move on. Move on.
I'm the policeman. Yeah, he's my favorite.
I don't know if I've had
I'm the guy who does the Y.
Yeah, that's probably
you're the guy who does the C. Yeah.
I consider myself an M person.
Oh yeah. Oh no, actually, I do see you as an M person. Yeah, good M right there.
Thank you.
It looked like you wanted to fight me. But I'm becoming one of the village people because just near me, there's like a little strip of shops.
Right,
where there's, I was going to say a couple of cafes, a obnoxious amount of cafes.
Nearly every single
shop is a cafe.
Other than the dentist.
Yeah, there's a dentist.
And
a corner shop. And cafe, and a Pilates studio. But like a Pilates studio where you have to...
Moved
oh, there was.
because who wants?
You
it's
don't.
A weird
You
spot
don't.
to put that.
My mum used to work in a shop above the Pilates studio,
Really?
but it's a Pilates studio where you have to book in. Like you don't just go. It's like private Pilates. That's the
don't
kind
like
of area.
that.
But I've got my little routine going on in the morning. So I'll go for a little walk down to where the shops are.
Yeah.
I'll go across the crossing, and because I live near a bunch of schools, it's school time. So there's a crossing lady, right? So I say good day to her, go across, get my coffee, do it all in reverse, go back home.
Right. Yep.
And I would have done this. I don't know how to do maths, but what feels like 100 times, right? Many, many, many times. And I'll even do it on weekends, right? I do the same thing every single morning.
Yeah, and no one's ever considered you boring or late or just
it's going to come as a big surprise to people that I'm predictable and a creature of habit.
At any point have we accused you of being an old person where the predictability really lays in as a factor of it.
It's really nice having a predictable schedule. It's actually
it works out for me very well. I mean,
because you know what's going to happen.
I know what's happening.
Yeah, it's great. So what started happening, I first noticed it at the cafe. When I'd go up every morning, I'd go to the little window that they've got outside there, which I love, by the way.
Love a window.
I love a window because you don't have to go in, and then it's less awkward of where to stand.
It's very true, actually.
So I go up and be like, oh, can I get a small oat latte? And they'll be like, yep, no dramas, $4.50, blah, blah, blah.
True, yeah.
I reckon about 6 weeks in, I'm starting to think, I don't want to be labelled as a regular, but I thought they might start knowing my order by now, right?
Yeah, fair
And then
enough.
one of the crew who's there on weekdays, she started doing that thing where, you just after a coffee, was it oat latte? So she was starting to ask me what it was.
Sure.
It's got to the point now that I literally walk up and they go, oh, g'day, how you going? Just $4.50 today, right? They don't even ask anything. They don't even say just the usual.
Yeah.
They know straight to business, right?
Sure.
We don't want to serve customers for a long time. This guy doesn't want to have a conversation with us. Bang, $4.50.
Fantastic.
I've reached another level. Of being a regular customer. They normally, if they've got a customer, say you've ordered a skinny latte, right?
Right, yep.
That's your go-to order, a large, skinny, extra hot cappuccino with one stevia.
You've got me exactly. That's exactly what I would have. Sure.
So then they would come out and they'd be like, large, skinny, extra hot, skinny cappuccino with one stevia, and then they'll put it on the little shelf they've got there on the window.
Yes.
And then they'll fuck off, right?
Yes.
They hand deliver it to me now.
Oh.
What it started with was they'd put it down and they just point at me like it's ready. Now the last 3 days, it's been different people every time. They will literally come out and give it to me.
Do you reckon your name's been written on a list of people to treat well?
I think so. That's what I'm actually beginning to think, because it's different people, and this has just happened. I'm wondering if Boss Man, because it used to be Boss Man who would interact with me and stuff.
Yeah.
And I reckon he's gone, treat that guy with respect. Yeah.
He's on the level.
Yeah. That's right.
Can I say that I can relate to this because today I went swimming.
Yep, that's great.
know.
Love a swim.
Love
You're
a
doing
swim.
very well with your swimming, yeah. Just hit a PB today. Nothing special.
No. Who's even counting?
Yeah, you.
But I was counting, I had my watch on when I had it.
I was going to say, were you just going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 Mississippi,
I
2
try.
Mississippi,
It
3
doesn't work very well that
4
way.
Mississippi, because
Hard
then you
to
got to
count.
remember meters as well.
Oh, you had to count
1
like 3
Mississippi,
things.
50 meters, 1
Very
Mississippi.
very unhappy,
Yeah.
very not very good.
Yeah.
But I got there.
The lady at the front desk.
I walked up and there was a bloke and a lady and I
Yeah.
went, oh yeah, I'll just get a swim, please.
Yeah.
The lady goes, yeah, no worries. The bloke looked at me and goes, you've been here a couple of times.
Oh,
haven't you?"
legend!
And I'm like,
Legend!
Yeah, he's like, oh, you probably should get one of those visitor pass.
The 20
Yeah,
swim
yeah,
pass.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they recommended that to me as well.
Yeah, son of a.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh no, because
It boils down to $6.90 a swim instead of $7.80.
Ooh.
Yeah.
might be worth it. Then.
I think it's worth it.
Might go
you,
for
could buy,
it.
you could buy a small oat latte with
Yeah,
the profits
I kind
from
of
that.
want I want the coffee.
It makes you feel nice, doesn't it?
does.
Being asked when he goes, oh, you're here a lot. You're like, he remembers me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a couple times, times.
Yeah, that's made me feel very special now. I do reckon there's a little security cam photo of me, and it says special
There's
treatment.
usually
yeah.
like just sort of like a goofy look.
It's like if you fuck his coffee up, it ruins his whole routine, and then he'll spiral, and he'll go to either side.
True.
But then that's made me feel like I'm part of the village, right?
Yeah.
But there's an extra special layer to this story.
Okay.
An unlikely friendship that I've formed.
Oh, no.
So there's 2 crossings I have to go across.
Yeah.
I have to go across one, which is a traffic light.
Yep.
And because there's lots of schools, there is
The
a guy
crossing lady.
who comes. Yeah, well, this particular one is a crossing man, and he doesn't have the sign. None of them have the sign.
Crossing bloke.
But it's an actual traffic light.
Yeah.
But he just make sure no one's running across when it's
Yeah.
red or whatever. And I don't think he likes me because I'm not a child.
No.
It's a bit weird. And
You're not a child,
I saw
and
him
you're not old.
jaywalking as well.
You're neither.
I literally see him knock off.
You're kidding.
It was like 8:45 or whatever, and I just see him take his jacket off and his hat, and he jaywalked. That's not very
Oh,
sensible behaviour.
The issue is you're not a child
Yeah.
and you're not 60.
Yeah.
So, you're in the wrong area.
he doesn't know how to relate to me.
How do you even contact someone?
Well, there's another crossing lady further down the road, and I see all these girls walking past her, right? All these school children. And they don't say g'day. They
Love
don't
to
say
see it.
good morning. They don't see it. And I feel
Lovely.
sorry for this woman, right?
Yeah.
So I used to just do a g'day or good morning when I would walk
Yes.
past. And at the start, it was really awkward because she didn't realize I was going to come back. So she'd be like, have a great day. And then 2 minutes later, I'm coming back with my small oat latte.
Do you think
Yeah.
she's like, oh, that's one of those teachers going to the school?
Yeah, dead set. Or like I'm going to the train station
Yeah.
or something. Like
Yeah.
that's definitely what she would think.
sure.
But she started realizing, right? And we'd have like a little conversation before we went across. So
Right.
she'd be standing there. She'd like see me coming. I've started getting a wave as well.
Yeah.
And then she'd be like, oh, the buses have a lot of smoke blowing out the back of them, don't they? And I'm
Yes.
like, oh,
Yeah,
yeah, they
yeah,
do.
for
Yeah,
sure.
they do. The other morning, I'm walking across and I'm like, oh, weather's a bit wet today. She didn't bite. She just goes, last night there was a possum and he was in my driveway, and then I looked out in my backyard and I realised that all the chilies from my chili plant had been eaten, and I think he must have eaten them. So I called him Jimmy, and I'm scared he's got a sore tummy, so I took him to the Footscray wetlands.
I think you've gone too far.
I'm in. I have a new friend. I don't know what her name is.
I remember when I was a kid, for a solid maybe 6 to 7 years,
Yeah.
when I was like going to primary school.
Yeah.
Then since then, going to pegs.
Yeah.
Where I'd walk past this lady.
Yeah.
Just become that guy. They were like, oh,
Like
how's
you
it
know
going?
each other and
how's
yeah,
it-
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, so nice,
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
man, very nice boy.
I like my morning. Is it bad that I'm liking my morning interactions with
Yes.
the crossing lady? But
Oh no, but we're not gonna harm you for it.
we
You're
mentioned
okay.
that my routine is very regular, and she's noticed that because we went to the pub on Thursday night with King Mike. And,
did.
And do we have a nickname for the other bloke?
Court
Musician-
minstrel, court minstrel,
Yeah,
Chris.
Court Minstrel Chris, and you know, it wasn't that late of a night, but I was a little bit tired because I didn't have
Yeah.
my relaxing wind down time in the evening. So I was
He
about.
needs his beauty sleep.
I do. I reckon I was about 45 minutes later than normal, right?
Oh,
She's about to knock off, and I'm walking, and she sees me, and she taps her wrist like angrily, like, where have you been? And as I'm walking across,
in
she's
trouble.
like, oh, I didn't think you were going to show up. And then she hit me with some words of wisdom.
Oh.
She said, but I guess it's not about when you show up. It's about showing up, and I love that. So
That's
thank
great.
you to the crossing lady. I'm one of the village people. I'm here to stay, baby. I'm here to stay.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Well-
I know how we could find out on the next slide.
Whoa, what an amazing segment. That was one of my favourite stories that John has ever brought this season. He's so good at just telling something how it is. What an everyman. This final segment of the show is a lovely one. It's the pasta ranking. We did it in last year. Oh my god, that's so long ago. We ranked pasta shapes and we gave our hot takes. Really should be maybe a whoops I said it in the future. So hang out and enjoy us rank some pasta together. And after that, yeah, okay, I'll see you in a minute.
And I'm so darn glad we do the segment again. Cause the last time we did it made a whole lot of sense. And I'm so glad I know more fun facts than I knew then. Gonna keep on asking, is this fact front up or down? The segment that keeps changing.
It's the original version.
I just thought we'd
We've
just
got
use
the
it for this.
original one.
I just thought we
Wow.
might use the original. I mean, it hasn't changed.
Yes, right.
This segment's never changed.
No, never.
No.
This is the normal intro.
Sometimes you read stuff on the internet. Like,
Yeah.
Jono.
Yeah. Did you call me
Michael?
Mike?
No, I would never.
Excuse me.
No.
Excuse me. Actually, that guy saved me 40 grand. So, yeah.
You better be happy about it.
Yeah. I'm very
Sometimes you
happy.
read stuff on the internet and you go, "This is bullshit," and just makes no sense.
Yeah, like
I
the
was-
Daily Mail. Anything the Daily Mail
Holy,
publishes.
wait, hold on. Oh,
Yeah.
you're right. Close. It was the Independent. This is.
That's the
from-
same thing.
Same thing.
Is that the one with the coffee mug? Oh, that might be the Chaser.
the bird? It's the bird.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
The red logo with the,
red
bird.
logo.
Yeah.
The red logo with the bird. Independent.
It
And
looks
a top-
official.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? World Pasta Day 2018. I don't know how I got into
Wow.
reading this article.
Close enough. Yeah, how did you get into? Was it like Facebook or did you
I think I
find
was
it
just, like,
on a web browser?
You know, sometimes I just like go down random
Yeah.
just potholes.
I mean, I work an office job. Of course, I do stuff like that.
Go, you just spot down potholes
Yeah.
when you're walking down the internet. And I
I
found
actually
this.
did drive through a pothole today.
Oh, no
Yeah,
good.
I think my tire is flat. Like, actually. Anyway.
But I found the ultimate ranking of pasta shapes.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, pasta shapes. All
Pasta
right.
shapes.
Yep.
Not
That's
sauce,
good.
but looking for shapes.
Not dishes. It's the
actual
raw
parts
pasta.
of pasta.
Yeah.
What I thought we'd do is quickly run through these and figure
Yeah.
out do we agree or not.
Okay,
basically.
that's good. That's
Speed
good.
round,
I like
random.
it.
There's about like 20 of them.
All right. Yeah.
We're
we
going to
can do
go
this.
from the first one because I think the first one's the most.
So are we going
choice.
best to worst?
Best to worst?
I reckon we go worst
Do you want
to best.
skip? Let me fling down.
I think we got to go.
Okay, good.
Mate,
Because
the
I think
fucking
both.
Independent wrote the thing backwards.
I don't know why they did that. Also because it's 16, top 16.
Yeah, that's great.
Also because the 16th, I disagree, cannot be the worst. Because
No.
16th.
There's so many
the
types of
16th
pasta.
Best. 16 Beth? 16 best.
16th best.
16th best. The 16th
One
best.
three oh
pasta.
triple five.
Pasta they have here is penne. Penne's not
No,
the
get fucked.
worst on
That's
this.
like God tier.
That's got to be up there.
Yeah.
I don't think it can't. It can never be top tier.
It's
'Cause
not.
there's things
We
that are
won't
better
get there.
than-
We won't get there yet. But,
But it's got to be like
it's like it's
7.
it's like you always have it in
7 out
the
of 10.
in the pantry.
Yeah.
If you get served penne, you're not going to be
You're
disappointed.
never going to be disappointed.
There are things you're going to be disappointed
there are going to
by.
be stuff you're disappointed with.
But you're not disappointed by a penne.
That's true.
A penne
Following
is
it up.
also good cold as well.
This is one I think you may agree with, but I
Okay.
disagree with.
Okay.
The bow ties, farfalle.
Oh, okay. No,
That's not fair.
I only
just-
like it as like a side dish.
I think
Apart
it's
from
great
that,
as a salad pasta.
yeah, as a salad pasta.
salad pasta.
But
I personally don't
I'd put it
mind
down the bottom. I say it wouldn't be in the top 20 for me.
I can't be more than 50%.
Yeah, it's definitely better than penne. Worse than penne. sorry.
Worse than penne, but not
Yeah.
not down the bottom.
It's fine. For me, it would be down the bottom. It serves a purpose.
I think we've had this conversation.
It's not
before.
versatile. It's not
It's
versatile.
not versatile.
Yeah.
Next one.
Yes.
I think this one might be the worst one in my books.
Okay.
Macaroni.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair.
That's gotta
bad.
be at the bottom.
because it's only good for mac and cheese is good for one spoonful, and then that's it.
I like the macaroni, but like the better ones that are more elbowy.
Yeah. But
I think
the
they're
Big Bend.
The Big Bend.
I've got them in the cupboard right now.
I think Big Bends are better than macaroni.
Oh, they're way better.
When I was a kid, I'd go to my grandma, and my grandma would have the shitty craft cheese.
like yeah.
And like a nice sauce though.
Yep.
She-
Okay, a nice sauce.
and a
That's
nice
good. That's
sauce that she could
respectable.
actually make.
Yeah.
But didn't care about the cheese.
The cheese,
And then
yeah.
she'd mix it and be like, "That this stuff is nuts."
No, macaroni. It's not versatile. I'd say
not versatile at all.
worse than bow ties.
For sure.
Yep.
Next one. I think this one shouldn't even be on the list. Orzo.
What the fuck is orzo?
Orzo is like the little rice pastas.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
yeah,
it
yeah.
as a Greek.
I put them in the same category as bow tie.
I will
Yeah.
allow it. You're not going to have
It's
it
a
more
salad
like
vegetable.
It's a salad vegetable or the vegetable. I mean, I guess so. It's a
Yeah.
salad vegetable or it's a like good for like in stews. You have it in stews.
Oh, okay, yeah, like a bulking
yeah, for
agent.
sure.
We're still down the list. I'm happy
down the
with
list.
it being where it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next one, I think you're going to be mad.
What number are we at now?
We're at number 12.
Number 12. All right.
Rigatoni.
Rigatoni. What the fuck? Why is that a number?
Rigatoni's-
That's like top 3 for me.
Rigatoni's great.
Pasta
but I have
bake.
the problem with it.
It's only good for pasta bake.
I agree.
Yeah.
It gets lots of stuff within it.
Yeah. You can even stuff rigatoni.
I
If
don't
you-
like the big ones.
You get the rigatoni maximus.
I can't.
The fucking like big dick size ones. You
Only
can,
since living
can
with you
stuff them.
have I learned that there are huge
Yeah.
shells and huge.
It's Now, I'm going to offend a lot of Italians here, but what it seems to be the rule with pasta, you take like macaroni, rigatoni, and if you want to make it bigger, you add a few letters to the end of it, and that's what it is.
I mean,
I'm not wrong.
I only ever did like two years of Italian when I was in primary school. I wouldn't know.
But I disagree with that. I say higher up the list. What are you saying?
Bella. I reckon you could put it higher.
Are you happy with it being higher?
I feel like it higher the list.
Top 10. I've settled with top 10.
I don't think it's in my top 3.
That's fine. It would be for me, but I agree to disagree.
I would put higher than penne, maybe.
Definitely higher than penne.
So maybe like 5 out 5.
Penne can be a little bit starchy sometimes. I don't know why.
Too chewy.
Don't you reckon? That's what I was going to say.
Even if you cook it well.
I feel like that is exactly what was about to come out of my mouth.
I like it
chewiest pasta. It's not like al dente chewy though.
No, it's like more than that.
Yeah, that's very strange.
I don't know why than that. Next one, I'm mad about.
What number? What number?
We're at number 11.
Number 11.
Number 11 is fettuccine.
Oh, that's way too low.
Fettuccine's too low. That's one of the best of
I'm going to say
the long pastas.
Probably number 2. It's the best long pasta.
It is the low.
I'm sorry, spaghetti. Fettuccine
I have
number
a
1.
soft spot for spaghetti. But since moving to fettuccine,
fine. Oh, you don't go back.
You don't go back.
And
I can't.
Spinach fettuccine. Oh my god! Holy heck!
I've never had it, but I can imagine.
Oh, if you get a good one, it's good.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. What
I'm disappointed. That's at number 11.
I think this one could be a low one as well.
Okay.
This is number 10. Capellini. Do you know what that is?
I don't know what capellini is.
Angel hair.
Oh, fuck that.
That's the worst.
I hate that. That's the worst
like
long
bad
pasta.
Noodle. You know the bad it's like bad vermicelli noodles.
Oh, it's even worse.
I like
they
vermicelli
go down
noodles.
the back of your neck.
Oh, I hate these.
I nearly died on
hairs.
it. Well, I had angel hair spaghetti. It was very disappointing for the first time when we went on Yes 7 camp. And we had to cook food.
Right, because it's the fast cooking.
It's the fastest to cook.
I hate it.
Didn't redeem itself.
No good.
Was hungry. Was sad. Yeah, that's
next
just
one.
me in general.
Well, number 9.
Yeah.
Number 9, linguine. Linguine's just bad.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to remind me what the difference between fettuccine and linguine is.
I think it's slightly more.
Is it slightly thinner as fettuccine?
I'll read you what it says.
Yeah,
like spaghetti, but wider and more elliptical.
Oh, it's a slightly rounded fettuccine,
as opposed to fettuccine, which is flat, thick, and ribbon-like.
I tell you what they've done. They've accidentally got fettuccine and linguine around the wrong way.
I've always imagined
if we swap the two in the ranking, I'm happy with that.
I feel like fettuccine is wider,
girthier. Yeah, yeah.
Number 8, we're gonna keep going. Fusilli, the spirals.
Oh,
I'm a big spirals guy. That might be my number 1.
Yep. Oh, really?
It might be my
That's
number 1
for me.
For me,
I've never liked a spiral.
I remember we've had this conversation.
It's because we used to have them with beef stroganoff. I don't know if you meant to have spiral pasta with beef stroganoff.
I've had it with the bow tie usually.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, Mum. The beef stroganoff wasn't very good, and I did not enjoy it. And now I associate the spiral pasta with the beef stroganoff.
I tell you what I like about the spiral. It's in the same way as for you rigatoni, which is all the spirals get all slurped up in the sauce. It's
like a crinkle cut chippy.
It is like a crinkle cut chippy.
I'll agree that each to their own. I don't like it personally.
Yeah, fine.
And I also eat a lot of gluten-free spirals because my sister kind of ruins it. But I'll
my dad has had those. I hate those.
They're bad. It's gluten-free pasta is rank.
Number 7, picci, which is the very thick spaghetti.
Oh, okay.
I've never had this.
Like, is it girthier?
Super thick.
It's still
thick
round.
Hand rolled.
Oh,
thick and hand rolled.
That actually sounds good. Is there a photo?
Yeah, here you go. There's nothing on it.
Oh, that looks nice.
It does, actually.
What's it called?
Picci.
Picci. Mate, that looks good. Everyone go up and look up Pikachu right now.
Can I say right now?
It looks nice.
It looks a bit peachy.
Yeah, it does look a bit peachy. Not gonna
Next
lie.
one after this. Number 6. Where
number
are you going?
6.
We're going down. Remember, we're going down to number 1.
I don't know how to count.
That's why we don't
I
do
also
maths on
don't
this
have a
show.
short-term memory.
It's fair. It's okay. Next one is bucatini. Do you know bucatini?
I don't know bucatini.
That's spaghetti with the hole in it.
Oh, yeah, I know that.
I don't mind it. I don't have any strong feelings about it.
I just look at the picture of it. I don't know the name. I feel like it's too high. I think it's too high.
I don't know why this one's so high.
I feel like it would be surprisingly versatile.
Can you think of the ones we've had so far? What do you think the next one could be?
I reckon, or what's the one called where ravioli? Is ravioli up there?
No, the next one is spaghetti.
Oh, spaghetti.
And the classic,
number 5,
the classic photo.
Oh, meatballs, kangaroo balls, as King Mike said. Yeah.
Can I say hot take?
Yep.
I've never been a big meatballs and spaghetti guy.
Never a thing that I had as a kid.
I prefer
meatballs and spaghetti over
If you say
spaghetti bolognese. Yeah.
I can't believe I disagree so hard.
Because I'm not really, I've never been a meaty guy. And I feel like with the meatball, it's kind of concentrated. You deal with the meat and then you got meat and pasta
That's
more
cheating.
separate.
That's a cheating answer.
Yeah,
But okay, fair.
yeah.
I'll allow it.
So
I'll allow it.
Top five,
Top five.
I'll allow
We've got
it.
4 more.
But fettuccine should be in that top
Fettuccine
five.
should be.
I'm sad about that.
Yeah, that's annoying.
And penne,
isn't it?
what the fuck?
Penne's not here.
Yeah.
Here we go. Next
Number
one.
4, big 4.
Pappardelle.
Oh, pappardelle.
I'm
Not
gonna
bad.
be honest,
Not bad.
On a good day
Yeah.
and a good cook, pappardelle is up there.
It just irritates me how sometimes it doesn't like uncoil properly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I
For
realize
everyone,
this.
it's that thing. It kind of looks like an egg noodle,
It's
and it's like
super
all
thick,
wrapped up in a
super
ball.
wide, super
yeah.
thick.
Yeah,
Super thick.
it's like a bit like my ass.
Heavy.
yeah.
Hey.
My problem with pappardelle is I nailed the pronunciation of that. Pappardelle.
I'm not even going to... Pappardelle.
My problem with the papadum pasta is that it's so space inefficient when it's in the bag.
Papa Rich.
It's with Papa Rich pasta. It's space inefficient. It's
Yeah.
just big balls that have air gaps in between them. So
Mary Poppins
controversial.
pasta.
I'm gonna allow it.
I'll allow it.
I'm gonna allow it.
Next
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of this one as
Number
well.
3?
This might be another one of my top 3.
All right, number 3. Let's see if I agree with the top 3.
Conchiglie. I've
What?
never seen conchiglie.
Describe to the
Conchiglie.
people.
It's shells.
Oh,
I
the
love
big shells.
Normal shells.
Oh, I'm a big
I
big
reckon
shell
we can
man.
call this one big thing.
Yeah.
This is another thing where I didn't know they do huge set shells.
You add a few letters onto Bob's your uncle.
Conchigliano.
Bob is my uncle, by the way.
Bob is your uncle.
But yes, I love it. You've
I'm a
seen me.
big shell
I make the
guy.
spinach and ricotta. You stuff it.
Can I say
you-
my favorite
you
thing about
bake it.
shells?
Yep.
When you cook it,
Yep.
they all into
Yeah, they
each
do.
other.
They case
it's
in.
nice. I like it.
Would never have got there in a million years by myself. I'm happy for Lachlan Consiglio to be in my top 3.
I got this next one, and honestly, I'm a bit
Have you
confused.
thought about that bloke in like 5 years?
No, that's why I laugh.
I don't know how
This
that came
next
to my
one,
head. Yeah,
Tagliatelle.
number two. Drum roll, please.
Tagliatelle.
Love a tagliatelle. Yep.
I feel like it's the more acceptable version of pappardelle.
Oh, that's actually good. Okay, I'm gonna redact pappardelle. Get out of here.
Tagliatelle?
Yeah, that one.
I don't think I've had it that often though.
I reckon I've had it at like a restaurant, maybe.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's a very fancy restaurant one.
Number 2 is bold.
It's a bold one for number 2.
Because before we reveal number 1, right?
Yeah.
Let's each do our 3, 2, 1.
Of
right?
third,
pasta, yeah.
second, and first.
Yeah.
Hold on, give me a second to.
Because for me, number 3,
Okay.
I'm going penne.
I think I'll say linguine.
You're going linguine. Okay, that's fair. That's
yeah,
fair.
I'll say fettuccine. Let
I'm
me say
changing
fettuccine.
penne to rigatoni.
Okay, I'll say
Yeah.
fettuccine.
Yeah.
Lock it in, Eddie.
No, I'm changing rigatoni to penne because number 2, I'm going rigatoni.
Okay, then number 2, I'm gonna go
No,
shells.
can I change? Can I start
can I
again?
say? Actually, I'd like to change too.
Yeah, okay.
Can I change?
This is my real
Okay,
answer.
wait.
Number 3
2.
is penne.
I was gonna say penne. Actually, I'll
That's
change
good.
my mind. I'll change my mind. I don't want to say penne.
Sure. What are you saying?
I'll actually say fettuccine.
Okay, so we got penne and
Slash
fettuccine.
spaghetti.
Number 2 for me would be, I'd say the Lachlan Consiglio.
I was gonna say shells too.
The cones.
Shells.
Yep.
Shells.
Yep.
Shells. And
then-
final one,
Fettuccine.
spirals.
Ah, okay. That's
Spirals.
fair.
I
That's
think
fair.
4 would be bow ties for me, maybe.
Oh, that's
I like
good.
a bow tie.
I tell you what hasn't come up, lasagna.
Lasagna doesn't count as one, but it should, shouldn't it?
I made lasagna roll-ups the other night.
Ooh.
So you make a mini lasagna in a lasagna sheet, you put the
I think
sauce,
I've-
the cheese, everything, and then you roll it up.
Can I tell you something
Yeah.
that I'm pretty sure I've told you about 10
Yeah.
times, but
Yeah.
I'll say it for the podcast.
Yeah.
So that the person who did show me this restaurant, Vicky,
Oh,
should go
yeah.
to that
You
place
have
again.
told me this so much.
Raw lasagna.
Yeah,
We went there
yeah.
for our
Can you hurry up and like take me
okay.
there?
We'll go. You tell me a day. We'll go to this get raw lasagna. This final
First
one.
weekend in February.
Done.
Sure. Cool. Yep.
Final one.
Final one. This is going to be a big call because I don't know what's left. Gnocchi.
It is a gnocchi.
It's gnocchi.
It's not gnocchi.
It's not gnocchi.
Can you have any other guesses?
Oh, gnocchi's good.
Gnocchi should be number one.
I got a proper potato masher so I can make good gnocchi.
Ooh.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, this would be gnocchi.
It should be gnocchi.
It isn't. It's
a
orecchiette.
Oh, get fucked.
I hate that.
No, orecchiette.
Why is it
Once again, for the people, it's like the football looking
There's a
thing
little
with the
flat
dent
ones.
in it.
It feels like
It's a
fake
salad pasta. It does.
It's a fake
it does.
pasta.
It feels like it's made
like
of plastic.
it tried to do 3 things and it's not good
Do
at
they?
any of them.
You've turned it off, but does it say why it's?
Oh,
the,
yeah, I'll
it's,
read.
it's
I'll
the
read
number
you why
one?
it gives you number 1.
Because I feel like it's so unjustified.
This is great after what we just said.
Yep.
It appears no one has a bad word to say about these little curled pasta pieces.
Well, they're wrong about
from
that.
Puglia, and
Yeah.
according to Marina Dentamaro from Top Italian Restaurant and shop Lena Stores, Oriacetti is the best pasta shape of all.
No, I don't
This
agree.
pasta shape has got a great consistency that works very well with vegetables because it's a salad
It's a salad
pasta.
vegetable, that's why.
In particular, the Kim di rapa, a particular kind of broccoli and fresh chili, Dentamaro says. The best ones are handmade, eggless, slightly chewy.
Okay.
A real taste of the south
Another
of
thing,
Italy.
pasta with egg in it is just another level. Don't go eggless. I love egg in my pasta. A fresh pasta.
Have you ever done
with egg.
have you made fresh pasta?
Literally on the weekend, I made gnocchi.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, no, but I don't think I'm going to be honest. I'm going to do a hot take here.
Yeah.
I don't think
It's fair. I know you're
making
gonna say it's
gnocchi
fair.
counts as making pasta.
That's completely fair.
but I respect. I
it
respect
counts as
the
making
hustle.
gnocchi. Yeah,
I respect the hustle.
It's easier than cooking like frozen gnocchi.
Do you like?
To be
Do you like
completely
roll
honest.
them up in your hands?
I roll them into sausages,
And you
then
chop.
I chop the sausage.
Yeah. Final bit. He says it's not the most common pasta type, but most people who try it love it. You can make so many things with it. It's like super consistent, and they're like mini
All
bowls.
pasta is consistent.
Sometimes a few of them get stuck together. That's what shells
yeah,
do.
that
It's always a nice treat, says Chloe.
Yeah.
I don't know who Chloe is. It fits on the end of your tongue, says Lucy. High praise indeed.
Well, you know that was a wild ride.
They're not getting any praise from us.
What's it called? Ottolini?
This
Yeah.
is 2018.
I'm disappointed. I agree. I feel like they kind of had the right ranges. They fell within the right brackets.
I'm just a bit mad.
At the end of the day, number 1, very disappointing.
Yeah.
We'll see you on the last slide.
Roses are red. That best of episode left my jaw on the floor. That was episode 84 of the podcast. See, the time Jono wasn't here to mess me up, I'm pretty good at doing the rhymes. So, you tell Jono that. What a wonderful best of episode. Simply the Jest. I was so excited to bring you these wonderful best of episodes. I love all these segments that we played today. And I'm going to give you a little bit of a recommendation today. My recommendation on this 84th episode of the podcast is one of my favorite YouTubers, Quentin Reviews, does very, very, very long episodes of like hour-long essays breaking down Nickelodeon TV. And he just released his final one on Sam and Cat, which is a bonkers show, but super fun. So maybe if you're interested in that, check out Quentin Reviews. He does a bunch of those. They're one of my favorites. And I think... Oh no, can you hear that? Oh wow. Okay, see you later. We had a great show. Thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye.